Ray the Bear Man. I'm trying to make a video about Asperger's disease. Sometimes I have to have a liaison work between me and the customer, or like when I work on computers for a newspaper. There's a guy that knows what I mean when I explain stuff, and then he goes to the owner of the paper and say, well, Ray did this, Ray means this, and whatever. But sometimes when I deal with people directly, they're kind of like, what do you mean, this and that? There was 3 Macs that were at Volca Research. 2 of them were at Volca Research, and 1 was at the Mac corner that they could not fix. So they came to me, and they are back to the customers. But sometimes I work for commission. So if I get a computer, whether it be a Windows, Linux, or Mac, that another shop cannot fix, I would get half. It goes back to the shop, back to their customer, and everybody's happy. But today was rock and rolling. Got a chance to see my daughter. Went to the 515, etc. But before I went to see this is my new friend, my Penguin. I do Linux, so a little different. So basically, this lady called and said, Ray, my Mac is really slow. It's getting worse and worse. And I said, well, probably has a bad RAM card, and I could take a look at it. She goes, well, I need you to come over like now, or she had the certain time. And I was like, well, I need to go pick up my kid. I'm going to go see my daughter, and we're going to do some artwork together. And it's like, she asked a question, I tried to explain, she got more upset. And this lady is like supposed to be a counselor, man. She's supposed to help people, but I don't think she could help people with Asperger's or with OCD, or even worse yet, PTSD and Asperger's and OCD. It's like, anyway. So some people get that way, and I've dealt with this my whole life, and Michelle's making sure I don't make a long video, but basically there's a lot of people with Asperger's, and in some ways I feel pretty lucky, like when I work on computers for a newspaper, or Volca Research, or power company, a utility company back east. A lot of those computers are mail order, usually pre-buy. And so, yeah, sometimes I don't, do a super duper good job, but I do the best I can. So I get to focus on the positive, but the thing is, Gesundheit, people with Asperger's don't know how to focus on the positive. Sometimes they'll focus on that one little thing that was negative, but I had a good day. I was rock and rolling. I looked at a motorcycle. I got a ride on a motorcycle to see how the thing handled and stuff, and then it started raining and snowing. So a very eventful day, but basically sometimes I lose customers that don't understand me. They get upset, and half of them will go to another shop, and then they come back, and it's just like, well, I guess it's best for me not to explain, but this other guy wants to buy that Mac. It's a really kick-ass machine. It's like, okay, well, yeah, he could buy it, and I'll just get another RAM card in it. But I'm learning the hard way. I don't always know how to deal with people, and I've had that problem the whole time. Boy, kind of felt good to work on a small security breach for Centura Health on the north side. Shut down the server. And, there basically was a Dell computer that ran the servers, and put in Linux, and then had Windows within Linux, not Linux within Windows. And hey, that thing has not been attacked since. So there are some things I could do. They understand, well, yeah, if your information is breached, they understand that that's bad. And they understand that it's fixed, but as far as how I did it, etc., it's not easy to explain things. But the problem I have is I'll explain it, in so many details. It bothers people. And I'm glad that I have details in my brain so I could do this kind of stuff. Feels kind of good that Samsung uses my audio software. Samsung's a pretty... Samsung's a pretty big company. I mean, they use the software in their cell phones, touchpads, and computers, and so yeah, I just got to focus on the positive. But I communicate with a few people with Asperger's, and they're like struggling the same way, and I tell them focus on the positive. So I just wanted to do kind of a long drawn-out video with my penguin. Penguins are cute. Penguins represent Linux. So basically, for those that are Aspies, it's important to know that there's a lot of positive things. People are not going to understand you as well, and just accept it. I just got done hiking in 5 inches of snow. Have not seen Mittens the mountain lion for 2 months. It's like, where's the kitty? I got used to seeing her a couple times a week, and I have not seen that big kitty for a long time. So anyway, life goes on. So yeah, a lot of times I get in touch with the animals, nature, and penguins. Okay, over and out.